As the American fleet closed in on the Strait of Hormuz, the mission seemed clear: reopen the world's most critical oil route and restore global shipping. But what they were about to face beneath the surface would turn the entire operation into a high-risk nightmare. Iran had already made its move. Hidden deep under the water across the narrow passage, they had deployed a deadly network of naval mines, silent, invisible, and designed to stop even the most powerful navy on Earth. Every inch of water ahead could be a trap. One mistake, one wrong move, and an entire warship could be gone in seconds. Clearing these mines wasn't just dangerous, it was one of the most intense and deadly phases of the entire mission. It demanded absolute precision, extreme patience, and constant defense against the threat of incoming missiles and drones. And all of this had to happen at the same time. These were not the old floating mines from past wars. Modern naval mines are far more advanced and far more deadly. They sit quietly on the seabed or float at carefully calculated depths, completely invisible from the surface. No warning, no signal, nothing. But they are always watching. Magnetic sensors detect the metal body of a passing ship. Acoustic sensors listen for the exact sound of engines and propellers. Pressure sensors feel the shift in water as a massive vessel moves overhead. And the most dangerous part? These mines don't rely on just one trigger. They combine all of them. Multiple conditions must be met before detonation, making them smarter, harder to predict, and far more lethal. A ship doesn't even need to touch the mine. It can explode directly underneath without warning. As underwater drones scanned large sections of the ocean, some areas were too complex, too tight, or too dangerous for machines. That's when human divers had to step in. Below deck, Navy explosive disposal divers prepared for one of the most dangerous jobs in modern warfare. They suited up in silence, wetsuits on, breathing systems locked, gear checked again and again. Dive computers, lights, communication systems. Every detail mattered, because down there, one mistake means death. Once ready, they moved out in inflatable boats, heading toward coordinates marked by sonar teams. The water ahead looked calm, but everyone knew it wasn't. While the divers moved into position, the rest of the fleet shifted into full combat readiness. Machine gunners stood locked on their weapons, eyes scanning the sky, watching for drones, watching for missiles, watching for anything. Lookouts swept the horizon again and again with binoculars. No breaks, no mistakes, because at this moment, the fleet was at its most vulnerable, slow, exposed, and focused on clearing mines instead of fighting back. The entire fleet slowed to a crawl. High speed meant higher risk. One undetected mine could end everything instantly. Sonar systems worked nonstop. Mine detection scanners swept every inch of water ahead. Cruisers and submarines moved into full alert mode. Above them, air defense systems tracked every signal in the sky. Iranian drones, ballistic missiles, anything could come at any second. Helicopters launched from the carrier and moved ahead of the fleet, forming a protective screen. Door gunners stayed ready, scanning both the sky and the ocean below. Some helicopters dragged advanced sonar systems through the water, long cables cutting through the sea, searching for hidden threats on the ocean floor. Sector by sector, meter by meter, the path was being cleared. Slowly, carefully. Then came the moment. The divers reached their target. They entered the water, descending slowly into darkness, visibility dropping with every meter. Only their lights cut through the black water as they searched the seabed. And then they found it. A mine buried deep inside coral, hidden, protected, positioned in a way that made it almost impossible for robotic systems to reach. This was now a human job. The divers moved closer, carefully inspecting the device, identifying it, confirming its condition, reporting everything back through underwater communication systems. One wrong move, and it could detonate instantly. The decision came quickly, too dangerous to disarm by hand. So instead, they marked the location and pulled back, slowly rising to the surface, getting distance, creating space between them and the threat. Back on the ship, the next phase began. A remotely operated mine disposal vehicle was deployed, a small underwater machine built for one purpose: destruction. Lowered into the water, controlled by an operator watching a live video feed, it moved toward the mine. Carefully, slowly, precisely, it reached the target, placed the charge, confirmed position, and then backed away. Inside the operations room, every second was watched live. Commanding officers, Yodi leaders, sonar teams, all eyes locked on the same screen, waiting. Then detonation. A deep underwater blast shook the surface. Water and debris shot upward. The mine was gone. Silence. Then confirmation. Target destroyed. Route clear. But the danger wasn't over. Not even close. Below deck, ammunition crews rushed to prepare heavy machine guns. Ammo belts were opened, checked, and carried to the top deck. Weapons reloaded, locked, ready. Gunners took position and fired short test bursts across the water, confirming everything was working perfectly. These guns had a critical role. They weren't just for defense against drones. If any floating mine appeared on the surface, these guns would destroy it instantly from a safe distance. Because in these waters, every second matters, and every mistake is final.